Hi, it's the Love Guru Blair, and today I wanted to make a video about the most recent episode of Scandal. I'm a little bit late to posting this video, but it is the Scandal episode that says, like, it's called Molly, You're in Danger. You're in danger, girl, Molly, if you want to look it up. So towards the end of the episode, there is a really powerful scene between Fitz, who's the president, and his wife, which I don't know her name, because she's not important. I'm just kidding. So there's this scene that he's talking about on how they have been pretending their love story on how they met. And he's talking about, oh my God, all the lies and all the pretending, and does it ever bother you? He's saying to his wife. And she gives this like great monologue about how marriage is lies. Lies about how you don't like your in-laws, on how maybe you like one kid more than the other, how maybe you don't love one of your children. And she goes through this whole thing about all these lies. I need to look at how you hate your wife's laugh. And she gives this really accurate view of marriage, and just saying that marriage is pretending, marriage is lies, and that's the only way that we're able to get through a lifetime of being together. Now, this scene really blew me away because, hey, I'm the love guru. I study relationships. I study people. I like talking about it. I like teaching about it. So that's what we're talking about today. I was just mesmerized because it was such beautiful writing, and it was just such a powerful part of the show. Now, looking at these characters, Fitz is in a place that he is what we call in the spiritual world waking up. You know, he had this accident, he was shot, and now he's looking at the world in a different way. He was in a coma for a while, whatever. These things don't matter. But he's at the place that he is coming into awareness, and he's looking at his life and being like, oh my God, you know, he's coming out of sleep. He's awakening. That's the spiritual world, the word for it, awakening. And he's coming to this place that he's like, oh my God, what am I doing? What is this life that I created for myself? It's not real, it's fake, it's phony, I can't do it anymore. You know, and then when the wife finishes her whole monologue about it, that this is what marriage is, and the pretending is what's real. And he goes, oh my God, did I do this to you? Such a powerful moment. I encourage you to watch it if you're drawn to this. It's like at the end of the episode, maybe 30 minutes into it. So Fitz is at a place that he's becoming awakened, he's becoming aware, and he's looking at his life differently. And now his wife is still in a place that she is afraid to be looking at their lives any different. She does not think there's any other way to be looking at life. So there's many different ways that I could talk about this because, you know, a lot of times when we're in relationships and one person starts awakening and starts realizing these different ways to be looking at life and the truth of the life, you know, the other person in the partnership either has to follow suit and follow that path to wake up also and look at new ways of doing things, or they're going to have friction. The relationship is going to be either having friction for years or it's going to end. And the other thing that I want to share here is that if you're in a relationship or if you're thinking about entering one, what kind of relationship do you want to have? Do you want it to be a relationship? Because yes, in marriage, it's something about being tied to somebody, being around them all the time. There's some special kind of dynamics that happen that people start feeling like they are stuck in a certain role, or maybe that they're a prisoner, and that you have to, for the sake of your partner's maybe feelings, you have to lie. You can't really say on how you're truly feeling. So say, for example, your wife sees you talking to another girl, or just passing someone by or whatever, and or a coworker, and she says to you, like, are you attracted to her? Do you like her? Are you attracted to her? Do you feel some kind of chemistry? And then your reaction might be like, no, no, it's okay. I love you. I only have eyes for you, honey. And this can happen either way, men or women. But I'm just using this as an example as a guy. But, this is a thing that this is up to you. Like, so you might be saying, no, I don't find her attractive for the sake of your marriage, for the sake of your partner's feelings. You don't want to hurt your partner's feelings. Okay, that's understandable. But understand that when you make that choice to say lie to your partner, even if it's a white lie, that you're creating the environment that you are pretending to one another, lying to one another, because they may not be aware, consciously thinking, oh my God, that person, my husband or my boyfriend is lying to me. He really is attracted to her. But you're going to feel it because we're all intuitive beings. We don't give ourselves credit for how intuitive we really are. So the choice is up to you as far as what kind of relationship you want to create, what kind of relationship you want to enter, or what kind of relationship you want to remold your relationship now, if you're currently in one, how you want it to be. Is it going to be based on truth and honesty as far as how you're feeling about things and that vulnerability, because that's really about being vulnerable. Hey, I really don't like when you do X, Y, and Z, or you're really pissing me off, or no, I actually don't like your mom, or whatever, whatever it is that you want to say, whatever it is that you're feeling, because I'm going to invite you to understand that when you are sharing, totally opening your heart and being vulnerable to your partner, being committed to that honesty, that you have the opportunity of really creating a beautiful relationship that is expanding, that is growing, one that you're not feeling like you're in prison or you're trapped. Because when you are telling those little white lies, they add up. And what happens is you guys create these walls around yourselves and about your relationship, and you start suffering in silence, that you can't really show that person the real you because you're afraid it might hurt their feelings, you're afraid that they might not like you. But this is an active practice of constantly revealing like who you really are and how you're feeling, and letting that person deal with whatever you're going to say. Whether it's, say, maybe you had an affair, maybe it's something in the past, like, hey, you bump into one of your ex-girlfriends or boyfriends on the street and you don't want to say, or your casual hookup and you don't want to say something to your current partner because you're afraid it's going to dig up all these insecurities with them or jealousies. Well, again, this is your choice on how you're going to dive into this relationship. Are you committed to always being honest and open and truthful and really sharing who you are? Because when you do this, you invite your partner to do that too. And then that way, it's kind of like, in a way, you're recommitting your vows all the time. And you're falling more and more in love with people. Because there are people out there who are married, who are in a relationship, that are in this constant state of falling deeper and deeper into love with one another. So that choice is up to you if you want to have this grow, or if you want to be slowly confining, constricting, and killing your relationship. Thanks for listening. I wish you the best in love. Bye-bye.